Hello everyone, Marcia here. I have a Christmas layout to share with you today using a cut file from scrapbook.com. So this is "'Tis the Season," and this is actually part of a bundle. There are a few other cut files that go along with this. One of them is a background tree cut file, and there are a few other versions of the "'Tis the Season." But I like to back the title with different colors of pattern papers. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using the Pebbles Merry Little Christmas collection. And I really love this collection. Lots of different varieties of pattern papers, and they just go really well together. And it works well for Christmas as well as for snow scenes as well. So, backing the cut file, you can do this a couple different ways. You can just use scraps of paper and glue the paper on the back and then trim it, which you saw me do with the O. Or I used my Silhouette Cameo and I cut out some of the insides of the letters by doing an outline, offset outline. And that works really well too. It just takes a little time to separate the title out and do that, but it's doable. And then there's much less cutting and it's easier to glue the pieces in then. So in the eye here too, I just grabbed a piece of scrap paper, and so now I'm trimming it after the fact. Alright, so today I'm scrapping this photo of my daughter and her dog. Her dog's a Great Pyrenees rescue dog, and this dog just loves winter. And so when she first got the dog, she had to do some winter photos with her dog. So I wanted to use a little bit of mixed media for my background. So I'm using the plastic packaging technique and some spray ink, and then I dilute it down with some water and just smush it around on the page. So I want my title to be in the upper corner, so I'm kind of testing out how the color looks behind everything, and I decided I need to add just a little bit more at the corners to be able to see that below the photo and around the title too. So I'm adding another color of pink in here, something just a little darker in the corners. So I'm going to pull out my title again and my photo and check out if I'm happy with how that mixed media background is looking then behind my photo. So I decided I was happy with it, so I'm going to adhere, once that piece is dry, I'm going to adhere it down to a background page. So I love this little snowy scene. This is one of my favorite pattern papers in the Merry Little Christmas collection. And I'm going to adhere my mixed media sheet down on there, and then I use my sewing machine to add some texture to the outside of the white and to help adhere it to the background. So when I'm doing mixed media, it really helps things to lay flat if I put some pattern paper behind it or another piece of cardstock behind it. I did find a couple pieces of scrap paper that I had from the Merry Little Christmas collection that I could use to mat my photo. And I love that it's torn on the bottom. That kind of reminds me of snowdrifts. And so I thought it was appropriate to use the torn pattern paper then underneath my photo as a mat. And I'm seeing a lot more torn paper when I'm looking at other people's work now too. Maybe it's kind of trendy now again to tear paper, but I really love the look of the white on a snow layout. So I'm going to adhere my photo down using some recycled chipboard, and foam tape. Now I'm going to distress the edges of these scraps of paper I'm using for my mat. So I'm just going to bend it back a little bit, and in some places tear the edge, so I'm really distressing it. I really like this strip of pattern paper kind of behind my photo but above the mat, so once I have this glued down, I like that strip of paper to be showing just a little bit more. So I'm thinking I'm going to machine stitch on this piece of this little strip of paper too, so I don't want to put a lot of adhesive behind it because then it gets clogged up in my sewing machine. So I'm just going to do a little bit on the edges. I'm going to start gluing my snowflakes down. I'm pretty sure I want this big snowflake behind my title, and then I want a snowflake on the upper right of my photo, and then one in the bottom left of my photo as well. So I'm going to start gluing my snowflakes down, and then working and building my layout around those embellishments. So on my title I'm also using some foam tape, and so you can see me gluing that down as well. And then in the die cut ephemera pieces I found these little mittens, and they are just adorable. The very Merry Little Christmas collection from Pebbles has some really adorable ephemera pieces, so take a look at those. The tag as well came from a tag pack, and Pebbles has some awesome card making embellishments, and these tags would make awesome cards for Christmas. Quick and easy cards, I think, because you can just layer up some pattern paper with a tag over it, and there's your sentiment already. You don't have to do a bunch of stamping and use your ephemera die cuts to add maybe just a little bit more, some stickers, and you could have an adorable card, quick and easy. Alright, so I'm using some washi tape. I wanted to help build on my snow scene, so that background paper has a snow scene with children rolling snowballs and making snow angels, and there's trees. So there's a washi tape where there are some kids rolling snowballs. So I wanted to play on the snow scene more since I have a snow photo. And the other little tape I'm using here, the green tape, matches the mat that I'm using for my photo. So it kind of brings out more of the green from around my photo. So I really like how this helps to ground the photo and really brings together the colors. So then I pulled out some of the sticker sheets for this collection, and I wanted to create my own little snow scene here. So I grabbed some of the trees and adhered them to the background, and then I found this adorable little hedgehog, and so I wanted to pop him up from the background. So I put a foam circles tab behind him, and then used some baby powder to get the sticky off the back of the sticker so I could adhere it with my foam dot instead. Also putting some recycled chipboard behind this tag, and popping that up from the background as well. And then I added some twine to the tag opening at the top. So now that I have the twine out, I figure I should do a bow for my mittens so that my mittens are hanging from my title. So the tool I'm using here is called a Bow Easy. I love this tool for tying bows. You can get it at Amazon. I got it at a local card making store a long time ago, but I use this tool all the time. I'm going to adhere down this little girl who's rolling the Oh What Fun snowball. I really love this die cut ephemera piece. She's got a little red coat on, and it kind of mimics my daughter's coat. And I love the "Oh what fun" saying. Um, it's just really adorable. This collection is awesome. You really need to check out all of the die cut ephemera pieces in here. They're just cute. So I'm putting some snowflakes on my background to add to that. And kind of wondering what else I would like to do, and I decided adding some thread and accenting, adding some color maybe behind my title was needed. So I'm using pink again since I used some pink for the background. I don't usually use pink on my backgrounds. I'm more apt to reach for yellow or blue, which maybe you've noticed on some of my layouts. But I decided to do pink because the blues that I have just don't match it's more like a seafoam or a teal maybe. And the blues that I have for my inks they're really blue. So I thought playing up the pink in this collection, and since it's a layout of my daughter, that it would just work out really well using the pink. Alright, so I thought I'd reach for more stickers here to add a little bit more dimension to this tag, and it's really easy to use these little stickers to enhance and put some dimension on the tag. And I'm really happy that the stickers are pretty much the same size as the images that I'm popping up here on the tag. So I have a little girl that's all popped up, and a boy that's rolling a snowball that I'm popping up here now, and then the house. And I love how this turned out. It just is adorable with the popped up. Gives it some animation almost. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do on my layout is add some white Nouveau drops, kind of like snowflakes. Alright, so I have some close-ups here at the end of my videos, so please check them out, and be sure to check out scrapbook.com for that cut file. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye-bye now.